Hi everyone, Ginette Biro here. I'm a medium and a channeler. And first of all, I wanted to thank all of you so much for all of the questions that came in when I put the post out about the Q&A podcast. I got so many questions that I cannot fit them all into one podcast. And that's a great thing because it means there's a lot of you asking questions. Many of you are awakening your consciousness, and we're just going to carry out these questions over a couple podcast episodes and videos like the one I'm doing right here, right now. So the one in the video today, what I want to talk about is there's this great question that came in, and it was, can your spirit guides ever really be bad? And that's a great question. So I want to start there. So when we think of spirit guides, we're thinking of beings who have most likely incarnated on planet Earth at some point to give them enough wisdom to be a guide. These are beings that are coming in to hold a position as your guide. Now, they could be a lifetime guide. They could be a guide for a specific phase in your life. Maybe one that will help you with your profession, things like that. A true guide who you made the contract with on the other side before you came in, that they would come in and help, those guides are going to be of goodness, of light, of love, with your highest desires in mind. Because again, you're the one that helped create the contract or the blueprint in the first place. And so, being who you are, you would not bring in guides that are going to kind of mess up your plan. You're going to bring in ones that are going to help you to create what it is you're wanting to create. So that's the first part. Now, can we have spirits that come in and make us think that they're guides, but they're not necessarily good? Yes. And so that's where it can sometimes get confusing, because we can have pesky spirits come around that can either be bringing us guidance that's maybe not in our highest good or aligned with our moral values and things like that. And what they're doing is they're trying to be pesky. They're trying to mess things up. They're trying to keep your vibrations low or further their own personal gains for whatever that may be. For example, guides that encourage people to do something really dark and negative, or maybe, ingest substances that lower the vibrations further, often are doing that because they want to feel through the person those feelings. And so here's the simple rule, because now that can sound scary, and that's not what I'm meaning with all of this at all. It's information. Here's the simple rule. If ever you got a message from Spirit that is pushing you to do something against your moral standards, against your alignment, against your undercurrent, your truth, your sense of self, then that's not your guide. That's not your spirit guide. You would most likely need to clean your energy, cleanse your energy, reset, restructure, and start again and ask your guides to come in closer. So all of that being said, that's why I always encourage people to get to know who their spirit guides are. Get to know your team. And you may get to know your spirit guides by a certain feeling, a certain sensation. Maybe there's a certain smell. Maybe whenever they come near, you smell vanilla or roses. Maybe you always feel their presence on the right side of your face and a very comforting feeling. Whatever it may be, get to know your guides, because then when anyone else comes that is, comes in your presence that is outside of that feeling, you can then be like, you're new, what are you about? And then you would take the same sort of role and assessment that you would with any human in your life, right? You get to know somebody, you can get to know that spirit, and maybe they will become a guide, or maybe you'll set a boundary, but it's totally up to you. So, simple rule of thumb, your guidance system, your internal structure is what matters, what resonates. Your discernment is key. And anyone that you set up to be a guide in your lifetime is here to help you. Anything that is trying to pull you off track is not here to help you, and you get to set a boundary with that. So I love the question. Keep them coming. There's so many more to come. So thank you all so much, and I will be back again soon.